Good afternoon, Bronx Arts. It's Mr. Naruski on Tuesday afternoon. I know we had a little bit of a hiccup today, but thank you for all those that have turned in their work. You should have your reading annotated and this map. It is all about sectionalism, loyalty to one's region instead of the nation. Your map needs to have 4 pictures of each of those regions, the North, the South, and the West. So if you have any issues, please watch the video and it will help you a little bit more. But this video is all about work for Wednesday. Sectionalism will also kind of correlate with the growth of slavery. For the next few days, we're going to be focusing on slavery. Why does it grow? Why does it increase? And tomorrow's work is a little bit about some skill work designed around the growth of slavery. So I really want you to think about that. Everything that you are reading about, everything that you are trying to analyze is all about how slavery grows in America, the growth of slavery. Why does it increase? And how do these sources that you're going to see kind of reveal, how do they tell you that story? You have 3 tasks to complete. Task number 1 is analyzing some posters. Using these 2 posters, please answer the prompts and questions below. And they're the same questions for every one of your resources. But there's 2 posters. Really examine it. There are no pictures, but there are a couple words that stand out. They're bigger, they're bolder, they have importance to it. There's dates for both of the posters, and there's significant information in both of the posters. Please take a look at it. And then what I'd like you to do are these 3 prompts, these 3 questions. The first one, what are your observations? What do you notice? What do you see? And you need to list a minimum of 3 of those things that stand out to you. Number 2, what are your questions? Now, questions can be things that you're confused by. Questions can be things that you're unclear about. Maybe there's a term you're not too sure about. Maybe you can't quite understand what's going on here. You need to add at least 2 questions based on what you are not quite understanding. And the last one, what do these posters reveal about the growth of slavery in America? To reveal means to explain. To reveal means to kind of uncover. How do these posters connect to the growth of slavery in America? What do they reveal? What do they tell you about the growth of slavery? And I really want you to explain that in detail. So take your time and explain that. For task number 2, you're going to be looking at data information from this chart. And there's a lot of things going on, but the title is all about cotton production in America. Look at the key dates, 1800 to 1860. Cotton becomes king of all the products that America grows. Take a look at the number of bales of cotton. Think about bales as the amount of cotton produced. And then this other key piece in the key is the slaves that are required to work. Number of bales of cotton, number of slaves in the United States. And there's some key information that I'd like you to look at throughout the years, 1800 to 1860, and these information that will help you kind of analyze some things. I'm really curious to see what you see about the information in that data. So number 1, what are your observations? List a minimum of 3 things that stand out to you. Number 2, what are your questions? Things that are confusing and unclear, you need 2 questions again. And then the last one, what does this data reveal about the growth of slavery in America? Again, you're explaining yourself. I'm looking for people to explain using sentences, complete sentences if possible. Last but not least, task 3 is a map about the growth of slavery. And I'd like you to answer these questions based on your map. Take a look at the 2 maps. One starts in 1790, and then the second map focuses on 1860. If you need to zoom in, you could always zoom in a little bit to see kind of what these symbols mean. What does the yellow mean? What does the orange mean? And what does the bright red mean? That's going to be significant to help you look always for the date or the title, and then look for the key. The information is critical. This is all about the growth of slavery in America. And those questions on the bottom, what are your observations? What are your questions? And what does this map reveal about the growth of slavery? Really connect to the topic about slavery growing at this time. You're going to get a chance to do this and complete this by 4 p.m. on Wednesday. That is your task. Tomorrow, we introduce the growth of slavery in America. Please join us for our Google Meet. And I apologize for not being there with you today, but I hopefully you guys watch those videos and you are back in the swing of things. Guys, have a great rest of your afternoon. I will see you guys tomorrow.